Yo guys, in this video we are going to talk about Bitcoin, the recent price action, some of the crucial support and resistance areas, and where we can expect to see Bitcoin in the coming days and weeks. So in the last few weeks, Bitcoin has been performing very poorly, going all the way down from the all-time high of around 125k all the way down to about 95k at the moment. During this dump, we have broken down below some crucial areas. The first one was this support area at around 108k, and after we broke down from the support area, we were fighting at around the 100k area, and we even broke down below 100k, and now it seems like we are stabilizing at around this trend line. This is a very long-term trend line that has been holding for a very long time now. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that this trend line has been holding since about 2023 for over 2 years now, and we have hit this trend line multiple times in the past, and every single time so far in this bull market, in this cycle, we have seen Bitcoin bounce from that trend line. So far, we've had a bit of a bounce. We got all the way down to about 94k, and we bounced up a little bit from there, and right now we're at around 96k. Will we hold this level, or will we break down from it and continue dumping? In my opinion, we will likely get a bounce from here and get another rally by Bitcoin. One very crucial reason to why I think we will likely get a bounce for Bitcoin right here is that we have a crossing of the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. When the 50-day moving average crosses the 200-day moving average and goes below it, this is called a death cross, and it tends to mark lows in the price. So these two haven't actually crossed just yet, but they should cross most likely tomorrow on November 16th, and this cross will likely mark at least a local bottom for Bitcoin, and we will likely see a rally from here. Will this rally only be a relief rally before we continue to dump, or will it actually lead to new all-time highs? I think the more likely outcome is that we do rally to new all-time highs from here, but it's absolutely not certain, and it's still pretty far away and too early to conclude. Another reason to why I think Bitcoin will likely see a bounce from here is that, combined with the death cross that we talked about, the daily RSI for Bitcoin is also extremely low. It's the lowest we've seen the daily RSI in months. As you can see, yesterday the RSI was at around 30, which is extremely oversold. So as I said, we will most likely at least see a relief rally for Bitcoin in the coming days. And another reason to why I think that we are still in a bull market and we will likely see Bitcoin rallying to new all-time highs somewhere in the next few months is that the risk metrics, this is one of the risk metrics that I look at. This is a risk metric on TradingView, and historically, for a cycle to end, we need a euphoria period and for risk metrics to reach very high numbers, which show that Bitcoin is very overbought. And as you can see, in the last few months, the risk metric for Bitcoin has basically just been in a consolidation, and it hasn't even crossed 70. And if we look at both of the previous cycles, we can see that the risk metric goes all the way up to about 100, or at least to over 95. In this cycle, we haven't seen any numbers even close to it, and at the moment we're only at around 48, which is not a high number at all for this risk metric. And another risk metric to look at is the CBBI, which stands at 62 today, which again is not very high at all. And in previous cycles, it also has reached over 90. It usually tops at around 95 to 100 in all previous cycles. Again, in this cycle, we haven't reached those levels. To me, this dump at the moment seems very similar to the one that we had earlier during the year, back in April. Back then, we saw Bitcoin drop by a similar amount, and we also tagged this long-term trend line back then and got a bounce from there that led to new all-time highs. So in my opinion, we will see something pretty similar happening, but even if we don't, we will most likely at least see a relief rally in the next few days, again because of the very oversold RSI and because of the death cross that should happen tomorrow. Of course, this isn't a guarantee whatsoever, and none of what I'm saying is financial advice. That's just my opinion at the moment. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed this update and subscribe to not miss any future updates. I will keep making more videos about Bitcoin and about a bunch of other altcoins and the rest of the crypto market. So make sure to subscribe to not miss any future updates. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.